as the mission statement for the movement. They were given by Srila Prabhupada. And he registered the movement, not even as a religious organization, but as a cultural organization. So Srila Prabhupada did that. And we say, okay, Srila Prabhupada functioned as ISKCON's founder Acharya in the following ways, up to now, even today. The things that he established that are still going on today, that we say, yes, Srila Prabhupada is functioning as the founder Acharya. One, everyone in ISKCON does what is called Guru Puja. The Guru Puja program is around 7:30 in every temple. Though some temples can adjust the time according to convenience once in a while, especially during festival. But that time was stipulated by Srila Prabhupada. Everyone does Srila Prabhupada Guru Puja. And every devotee, they are expected to chant at least the first line of Srila Prabhupada's pranam. So Srila Prabhupada's pranam, when you offer obeisances, even if those who are initiated, you chant your Guru pranam, you should also chant Srila Prabhupada's pranam in addition. Then the program called Food for Life is one of the programs that Srila Prabhupada himself established. Food for Life program. He established book distribution, he established. Then he established temples in different parts of the world, at least 108 temples as the founder Acharya. Srila Prabhupada established schools also, and those schools are still going on, Gurukula schools. And he established farm communities. He established the 4 regulative principles that we are following. They were established by Srila Prabhupada, 4 regulative principles. No illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication, no meat eating fish or egg. By Srila Prabhupada, and chanting of 16 rounds. Initially, they were chanting 64 rounds. Initially, the Gaudiya monks, they were chanting 64 rounds. But Srila Prabhupada's disciples approached him. Now, oh Gurudev, these 64 rounds are actually too much for us. Looking at the services at hand and looking at our level, kindly reduce it. Srila Prabhupada reduced it to 32 rounds. But even at that, after a few days, they went to beg him that, Gurudev, we don't want to disobey you. Just help us. Reduce it further. Srila Prabhupada reduces it to 16. And he says, 16, no more going back. Everyone must chant 16 rounds. So he established it, put his feet there. And now we can see how even to chant the 16 rounds is becoming difficult for us. We struggle very hard to chant 16 rounds. This is what is happening. You see, but according to the Prabhupada's consideration of time, place, and circumstances, as the founder of Acharya, he was able to adjust it in a way that we can at least follow. Then Srila Prabhupada established all the Ratha Yatra programs we are doing. Every year there's Ratha Yatra, they bring Jagannath out and devotees come together congregationally, go in a procession, and all the programs. It was established by Srila Prabhupada. Then the deity worship programs we are seeing in all our temples, it was established by Srila Prabhupada. You see? It was established by Srila Prabhupada. All the deity worships, how to worship. Because in this age, actually, people are not qualified to worship deities. But there is what is called Pancharatrika Vidhi. Even though people are not qualified, once one has the tendency to make God the center of his life, is encouraged. Is encouraged to become Brahmana and is taught how to worship the deities. Despite our so it's a kind of mercy. It's the mercy potency of the Paramparam, the mercy potency of Lord Chaitanya, the mercy potency of Srila Prabhupada, that we are attempting to serve the deities. So Srila Prabhupada established all that. Then we ask again, Lord Chaitanya at a point, he said that taking the sharp sword, because he did not come to kill demons. Krishna came and killed demons, and different incarnations came, they killed all kinds of demons. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not come to kill demons. He said he came to kill the demoniac mentality of the people. He didn't come to kill the demons, but he come to kill the demoniac mentality of the people through the congregational chanting of the holy names, the Hare Krishna mantra, Harinam Sankirtan. Then he said, he made this quotation. Ebe nama Sankirtana Tikshna Kadaga Layantara Suraji Vera Filibe Katia Yadi Papi Chadi Dama Dure Dase Yaya Mura Senapati Bhaktaya Ibeta Taya. This Bengali. He said, taking the sharp swords or the congregational chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, I will root out and destroy the demoniac mentality in the hearts of all conditioned souls. If some sinful people escape and giving up religious principles, go to the far off countries, then my Senapati Bhakta, my Senapati, my specially empowered Bhakta, will come at that time to give them Krishna consciousness. So all those who were able to escape, Lord Chaitanya's immediate a trap there in India and Bharatavarsha, they come to the West, including us. Then his special representative came and spread the nets and trapped us. And who is the person that fits that description? It's Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada came to the West. Even Indians that have run away from India to come and look for money in the West, by Srila Prabhupada's mercy, they are all traps, and we are giving them Krishna consciousness everywhere, even in Kumasi, in Accra, in Nigeria, in Sangota, every corner of the world they go. Srila Prabhupada has spread his nets to catch them, and is giving them Krishna consciousness. So this is Srila Prabhupada's special mercy. So it is Srila Prabhupada who fit that description. Lord Chaitanya said he come to change their demoniac mentality. But those who manage to escape and go far away countries, he said his specially empowered representative will go and give them Krishna consciousness wherever they are. And this is happening. So Srila Prabhupada is that person. Yes. He fulfilled the prediction of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and he established 108 temples. And he also did what is called scientific preaching. Before Srila Prabhupada came, nobody could challenge the scientists. Before Srila Prabhupada came to the West, the scientists were like the ultimate authorities. Nobody could challenge them. But when Srila Prabhupada came, he was able to challenge them that there are two ways of getting knowledge. One is the descending process, one is the ascending process. In the ascending process, you engage in mental speculation. You try to know things by exercising your mental and intellectual powers, which the scientists are doing. But because every human being is fraught with 4 defects, we have the propensity to make mistakes, we have propensity to be illusioned, we have propensity to cheat, and we have imperfect senses. We cannot give perfect knowledge. Therefore, the best way is to receive knowledge from authority. Just like if somebody wants to know his father, the best way is to ask his mother. The scriptures are our mothers, and they can tell us who our father is. How much can the scientists know? Despite all their years of experiments and speculations, how much have they known about themselves even? How much have they known about the human race? How much have they known about the earth? How much have they known about what is in the water? How much have they really known about the sun and what goes on the other planets and the heavenly planets? What do they actually know? How much do they know about mystic powers and their operations? These are things that this is the physical realm. What about the unmanifested realm beyond the heavenly planets? How can the scientists comprehend? They can. So that process of receiving knowledge from authority is called the descending process. And it is called Sabda Pramana. And that is the best way for acquiring knowledge. So Srila Prabhupada used this to challenge them. And he defeated many, many scientists. Everywhere he goes, he defeated scientists. These conversations are recorded and they are compiled into books for everybody to study. So Srila Prabhupada actually functions as the Senapati Bhakta, or the specially empowered representative of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then we stopped there. We did some talks there. We stopped there. Then we said, okay, if we look around the temples, are everything going on right? Are we really following how Srila Prabhupada wanted to follow everything? Look around. How many people are into book distribution? How many temples are we actually distributing books now, for instance? Srila Prabhupada emphasized on book distribution, Harinam Sankirtan. Even to do Harinam is very difficult for many temples. So in many temples, people are not following these things strictly. But that is dangerous because after some time, Harinam Sankirtan will even go down. It will be forgotten. Nobody will go on Sankirtan. Even now, nobody wants to go on Sankirtan. By the time we joined, every day, you call yourself a devotee. If you say you are a devotee, you must go on Sankirtan. Go and distribute books and invite people to the temple. But people are not ready to do that now. They are justifying their dullness and laziness in so many ways. So if we are not careful in the future, there will be nothing like Sankirtan. And that is just one of the things. There are many other things that we are taking for granted. Even farm communities like Prabhupada established. How many devotees are ready to go into farm? Everybody wants to stay in the city. Everybody wants to stay in the city. Nobody wants to go and perform austerities in a place where there is no lights, where there is no network, where there is no supermarket, or where there is no phone network coverage. Nobody. But some people are still there trying. So a question arose that what can be done? What can we do to ensure that Srila Prabhupada remains ISKCON founder Acharya and preeminent Siksha Guru in the future? What can we do to ensure that Srila Prabhupada remains as the ISKCON preeminent Guru and the founder Acharya for the International Society for Krishna Consciousness? So this is the question. Give your answers. You have to provide the answers to this question because there is a box there in the student handbook you're supposed to fill. Now, I was using my laptop and I was supposed to be projecting the screen there, sharing my screen. But somehow or the other, my network is gone. I'm just using phone. Halfway, it will go off and I will load again and come back. So bear with me. So that's why I'm not showing the screen now. I'm just using phone to do it. I cannot share my PowerPoints also. So we are asking, in what ways or what can we do? What should we do to ensure that the Prabhupada remains ISKCON's founder Acharya and preeminent Siksha Guru in the future? Because what we have enjoyed in the past, we have to preserve it today so that we can make it available. It can be intact in the future for the future generation. So what are the things that we should do? What can we do to ensure that the Prabhupada remains as the preeminent Siksha Guru? Okay, let me give you a clue. One, we should follow strictly the 4 regulative principles established by Srila Prabhupada. ISKCON is still ISKCON because there are some people who are still following the 4 regulative principles. But as soon as everybody, minimize the 4 regulative principles, there will be no ISKCON again. ISKCON will become a church. Everybody just do what he likes. stay in the house, and come on Sunday, sweep the place. After worship, everybody vanish. The nucleus activity that separated ISKCON from churches is the inner temple activities, the regulative principles being followed, devotees living in the temple, worshiping of the deities. These are the things. But if these things are minimized, very soon, Krishna consciousness will become like churches. So we have to be very careful to show that we really respect the Prabhupada as the founder. That's one of the reasons why we are doing these courses also. We want to educate people, devotees, about the standards so that those who are serious will follow. That ISKCON is still standing because of the serious people that are following the standard. Some people fall off, and some new people come and they want to see serious people who are following that this thing we are talking is not just theory, it is practical. Then they look around, they see these devotees. These devotees have been in this movement for how many years and they are still there. They are not eating meat, they are not breaking the principles, and they are chanting 16 rounds. That what the Prabhupada said is possible. So we look around, we see these devotees. That's why the movement is still going on. Once everybody stops following, the movement is gone. So one of the things we should do to maintain Srila Prabhupada as the founder Acharya is to follow strictly the 4 regulative principles and to chant 16 rounds strictly. If you are not careful, very soon, if we allow, somebody will just establish that 16 rounds is too much in Kali Yuga. So even though it's not as powerful as Srila Prabhupada, somebody will want to reduce it to 8. But we have to put our feet down, and maintain what the Prabhupada gave. That's why we insist that before you become a leader, you must be a devotee in good standing. In good standing means you are following all the principles without any adulteration. Understand? Do you understand? So having given these hints, can you also bring out some of the things we can do to maintain Srila Prabhupada as the founder Acharya? Because one of the dangers is that if Srila Prabhupada is not there as the founder Acharya, before you realize, some other person will establish the principles will be watered down. The whole process will be watered down. And before you realize, everybody is functioning individually. One guru has become very powerful, he's doing something. Another guru has gotten so many disciples, he doesn't want to cooperate with his god brother. So many things will come in. So many things will come in. So we have to be loyal to what Srila Prabhupada sets as the founder Acharya. So what are some of the things we should do in order to ensure that Srila Prabhupada remain the founder Acharya for ISKCON?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Like we should not we shouldn't discourage the distribution of the Santika. That's the
Sankirtan.
yeah.
Yes. We should encourage the distribution of the program called Sankirtan, book distribution. We should encourage it. How do we encourage it? The leaders themselves should be involved. This is Kali Yuga. If we just stay back and you instruct people, go and distribute books, then you are staying back in the name of managing temple. And I'm a manager, I have so many things to do. So you people go and distribute books and all. They will just go and come back. They will not even go. They will not be interested in going for book distribution. They think you are punishing them. You are telling them to do what you yourself you are not doing. So the safest thing is that the temple authorities, anybody who become a temple leader, he himself should show by example. He should take devotees out on Sankirtan. So go on Sankirtan with devotees. You call for Harinam. If they call for Harinam Sankirtan, we cannot do. So we should be ready to teach by example. Very, very important. And we make sure that all those programs, just as we are following, we must continue to follow Mangalati program. We should not minimize attending Mangalati program. Everyone who calls himself devotee, especially if you are living in the temple, you must do Mangalati. 4:30, you must do that morning program. And you must stay to do Tulasi Puja. And you must stay to chant your japa 16 rounds. And you must come for Bhagavatam class or do group puja first. Then come for Bhagavatam class. Then take only prasada. Don't eat boga. Isn't that very easy to do? And very easy to justify. But you have to be determined. You have to register your determination so that you don't compromise. So just as we are saying it, we have to do it by example. Then others will also follow suit. So yes, we should encourage book distribution and Harinam Sankirtan. Thank you very much, Dr. Janet. We have more. We should celebrate Srila Prabhupada's Vyasa Puja also regularly. Okay? We should distribute Srila Prabhupada books. We should
Hare Krishna,
continue it.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Haribo.
Yeah. I also think we should be able to make more committed devotees in the various temples as a sign of we should be able to make more committed devotees in various temples, so others can see it as a sign of Srila Prabhu's committed. I don't even know how to put it very well.
I understand. As a sign of purity,
Yeah,
of purpose, and as a sign that we are actually following also. We should be ready we should be able to make committed devotees. And that is exactly one of the reasons why we are also doing this course. Understand? When people come around, we look at those people who have the potentials. We see the people who are serious, people who can represent the movement. But Gaddafi is to mute. We should identify them.
I've been online. It's just that my video is not on.
Yes, I say it's to mute because there is some noise coming from them.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, come forward.
Yes, sir. We should be able to preach the word of Srila Prabhupada, what it teaches us, how to maintain ISKCON lane. We should be able to preach it to others outside, especially the karmists that they are answering questions. We should be able to stand our feet to talk about our church and how ISKCON is, wherever we go.
Yes. When we are doing Sankirtan, that is when we see that there are people who are actually learned also. And they like to challenge what you are doing. And when you convince them, and those people come to temple, they are the ones who are going to become serious. Because they are already learned and they are interested. They don't do something that they are not convinced of. So they ask you a lot of questions. When you go on Sankirtan, you meet and those who ask questions like that, most of them, they follow to the temple so that they can come and ask more questions. If we are able to convince those people, they will follow and they become committed. And to be able to convince them, you yourself, you have to study. We have to study the scriptures very seriously. And get all the points or answers to points of arguments. So that when we meet people who are very inquisitive, we should be able to dispel their doubts with proper philosophical conclusions from the scriptures. And that is why we should do these courses. That's why we select those who are a little bit interested to know more, to go deeper, to intensify their taste in devotional service. We organize these courses for them. And you happen to be one of these people. If we do that, then we'll be able to preach and be able to get serious people, serious-minded people to come around to wanting to become committed to be full-time devotees. So we have to do our part very seriously, with purity being the first. Purity being the first means we have to follow. If you are following and you are able to preach, you can convince somebody more easily than when you are not following. There was the story of one Indian lady who went to Mahatma Gandhi, that our son was eating a lot of sweets. And there are dangers in eating so much sweet. So she wanted Mahatma Gandhi to tell the boy to stop eating sweets, to stop the boy from eating sweets. Okay, Mahatma Gandhi said, okay, go. Go and come back in 3 days' time. Then in 3 days' time, don't eat again. But actually, the boy stopped eating sweets. Back in Sarah, you should mute your mic. The boy stopped eating sweets. So the mother asked him, they said, why? When I
Rabbi, I wanted to answer
wait,
another.
let me conclude first. Say, wait. When we came last time, 3 days ago, why didn't you tell the boy not to eat sweets? That you have to tell us to go and come back in 3 days' time before telling the boy. Then he confessed that actually that time himself was eating sweets. Himself was eating sweets. So if you had told the boy to stop eating sweets, it wouldn't have been effective. But he stopped. Within 3 days, he stopped eating sweets also, and instructed the boy, and the boy received the message. So if we are following and when we preach, our preaching become more effective. Because purity is the force. Purity is the force. Very, very important. Okay. Back to Sarah, you wanted to ask a question. Ask your question now. Okay, maybe there is a problem for yourself. Okay, that's about that. Let's go ahead. You have to mute.
Yeah.
Can you mute that?
And love. I think
You
love
should
should grow.
That thing that looks like microphone, you should touch it so that it will go there.
Yeah. And I think love grow.
Oh my God! You should mute now. I'm trying to mute you. Something is blocking me. This is for where something is blocking me. Otherwise, I would have muted you straight. Okay, let's go beyond that. Okay.
Okay, bro.
So any other points? What we need to do to maintain?
I think love should grow. You know, when we share love to each. Okay.
Yeah, we share love among devotees. Yes. And there are ways of sharing love among devotees, loving exchanges among devotees. It is not by embracing ourselves, but there are 6 ways of loving. There are 6 ways of loving exchanges among devotees. Okay, giving prasadam and taking prasadam, giving prasadam and receiving prasadam. That is one of the ways of sharing love among devotees. Giving gifts and receiving charitable gifts. This is the second way of sharing love among devotees. Then revealing one's mind in confidence and inquiring confidentially. This is another way. 3 ways of loving exchanges among devotees. Giving charity and receiving charitable gifts. Offering prasadam and receiving prasadam. Revealing one's mind in confidence and inquiring confidentially. like we are doing now. This is one of the ways, 6 ways of loving exchanges among devotees. Revealing your mind in confidence and inquiring confidentially. Understand? One of the ways. Giving prasadam and receiving prasadam from devotees. That's another way. Receiving charitable gifts and also giving gifts in charity. These are the ways of loving exchanges among devotees. So if we can practice this very well, also it will promote unity among us, and it will encourage us it will boost the atmosphere. And by that, Srila Prabhupada will be happy, because Srila Prabhupada wants us to, be happy devotees who are practicing these loving exchanges. If we don't practice this and we go into backbiting, finding fault with ourselves, then we won't go anywhere. So we should practice love among the, as a matter of service to Srila Prabhupada. Okay? And all the programs Srila Prabhupada established, we should protect them. Okay? And we should constantly and regularly quote Srila Prabhupada in our preaching. And many more. The 7 purposes of ISKCON, we should abreast ourselves with them. The 7 purposes of ISKCON. Everyone must know them. If you call yourself a serious devotee, you must know the 7 purposes of ISKCON. We read them out in our last class, but now there's no time for that. Okay, let's come to today's class. ISKCON Gurus. Lesson 4, ISKCON Gurus. ISKCON Gurus. Then there are about 4 components. This topic is addressing 4 components. 1, qualities of a disciple. 2, attitude of an ISKCON Guru. 3, Gurus and ISKCON authorities instructions. Then Gurus outside of ISKCON. How do we relate with them? These are the 4 cardinal points here. Qualities of a disciple. So what are some of the important qualities of a disciple, please? As far as you know, let's brainstorm.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Please, some of the qualities of a disciple are a disciple should be able to control his or her senses.
Great. Sense control. A devotee should be able to control his senses. That means he should follow the regulative principles. Yes, Aribo. Go ahead.
A devotee must live a chaste life.
A devotee must live a chaste life. Okay, that means he should be able to control his senses. Almost the same thing. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Please, a disciple should have no material desires.
A disciple should have no material desire. This one is strong.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Go ahead, go ahead.
A devotee must make sure he or her must chant his round every blessed day, maximum of 16 rounds. If you are a devotee, you should be able to chant your round up to that every day.
Okay, yes, a devotee, a good disciple, 16 rounds, at least, not maximum, minimum 16 rounds.
16 rounds.
But you can chant more than that. Yes.
Yes.
Prabhu. Prabhu.
Yes, go ahead.
Krishna, Prabhu. A devotee
Prabhuji,
must...
Wait, back to allow me to speak.
A devotee must be submissive and always ready to serve others.
A devotee must be submissive and always ready to serve. Yes, great.
Prabhu,
It's not because expecting service from
Hare
others. You
Krishna,
should also be ready
Prabhu.
to serve.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Go ahead.
A devotee must control his or her anger in the temple while staying in the temple.
A devotee must control his anger. Yes, that means to practice tolerance, to control his anger. Yes. And if you
Yes.
can control your anger,
Hare
if
Krishna,
you control
Prabhu.
eating of boga, a devotee should not eat
Hare
boga.
Krishna, Prabhu.
You should eat only
Hare Krishna,
prasad, and then you can help to control the tongue and
Hare Krishna,
control his
Prabhu.
anger. Yes, that's answer.
Prabhu, but a devotee should be fully capable of upholding the vows made to the spiritual master.
Controlling his mouth.
No, like a devotee should be able, like capable of upholding the vows made to the spiritual master.
Okay, great. You are considered a good disciple if you are able to uphold your vows to your spiritual master. Yes, because it's a contract. You want spiritual master to take you back home, back to God. You have to do your own part of the contract. You promise him you are going to follow 4 regulating principles and you are going to chant 16 rounds at least. You must be able to do that as a good disciple. Great. And also be
Prabhu,
ready to follow the
Hare Krishna,
instructions of
Prabhu.
the Guru. Yes. Hare Krishna. Hare
Prabhu, and the devotee should be engaged day and night in the love service with body, mind, and words.
The devotees should be ready to engage in the Guru service and the Lord service with body, mind, and soul and speech. Yes. Hare Krishna. Thank you. More. Bhakti Amma Sewa. You have not said anything. No.
Hare Krishna, please, a devotee should be truthful and always surrender to Krishna.
The devotees should be truthful and always surrender to Krishna. Yes. Thank you very
A
much.
devotee shouldn't, a devotee
Hare
shouldn't
Krishna, Prabhu.
eat more than necessary.
Yes, a devotee should not eat more than necessary. He should control his
Hare
urge to eat and he should eat only prashadam. He should not go and be buying
Krishna,
long bread. Eat. A devotee should wait. A devotee should desist from wait first. A devotee should desist from buying long bread, tearing the middle, putting kose inside the bread, akara inside the bread, squeezing it, and begin to gourmandize it as boga. A devotee should not eat boga. Okay, thank you. Yes,
Prabhu.
Dr. Samiko.
Yes, and a devotee must always fall down like an uprooted tree, stand about, unseen the spiritual master.
A devotee must always fall down like an uprooted tree before his spiritual master. Is it only his spiritual master? What about other devotees, other senior devotees?
Yes, Prabhu also, yes, as well, Prabhu. As well, the same Prabhu, yes.
Yes, other devotees also, especially senior devotees, even his mates, he should offer obeisances. Because at the beginning stage, you'll be seeing the body of a devotee. But when somebody becomes more advanced, he sees the super soul, the Lord in the heart of every devotee. So he offers obeisance, even pure devotees. That is why gurus, sometimes when you offer obeisances to gurus, the guru also offers obeisances back to you. He's not offering that obeisances to you. He's offering that obeisances to the Lord in the heart, the super soul. So the guru also does. And sometimes people don't understand why is Guru also offering obeisances back. He's not offering it to you, he's offering it to the super soul in you. You
Yes,
see?
Prabhu. Prabhu, the last one, Prabhu.
Huh?
I said the last one,
Okay.
like a devotee should be devoted to the lotus feet of the spiritual master.
It should be devoted to the lotus root of the spiritual master. That means to serve the spiritual master like a menial servant. And more so, is to carry out the instructions of the spiritual master without editing them. Any instruction given by a spiritual master is to be committed. If anybody is committed to carrying out the instructions of the spiritual master, is a good disciple. Is a quality disciple. And if that one becomes a disciple initiated, he will become more committed and he will become a Brahmana very soon. Yes. So thank you very much.
Hare Krishna,
There
Prabhu.
are Hare Krishna.
Yeah, and I think a devotee must be very conscious and also be willing to assist other devotees also.
Yes. A devotee must be conscious and compassionate. Must be ready to help others.
Yeah.
Come up.
So,
He must be
last
ready
one,
to
Prabhu,
help
last one.
others. Must be ready to help other devotees. And he
Prabhu,
must
last
be
one.
ready to also share and serve in practical ways to serve devotees, trying to
Prabhu, last
raise
one,
them up.
Prabhu.
Yes, yes,
A devotee should always hold the spiritual master words with great respect.
yes. Follow the spiritual master words with great respect. And if you respect your guru, you will carry out his instructions without any editing. No editing, no canvas, no Photoshop. You just carry out the instructions of the guru with your intelligence. When the guru gives instruction, your mood should be you are ready to carry out the order with all your intelligence without any adulteration. So that is the attitude. That should be your attitude. If you are doing that,
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Prabhu, this like you have to do it. It's like Prabhu network is a bit is not that stable. So you have to wait a little.
Okay.
Krishna Prabhu, what is going on? Prabhu network finish you. Prabhu network don't finish. So yeah, something like maybe you have network issue. Something like that. I think so. So should we be waiting for him? He said what? Prabhu network finish. So we have to wait for him. It's like the network is also bad very well. Yeah. The network is very bad, yeah. Bro. Okay. Yeah, Prabhu. I think so.
Hare Krishna devotees. I think our network is gone. So if anyone have cash on him, he can send him data. I don't have cash, like I will send data. I revoke.
Krishna, can anyone help Prabhu? Because I can't hear Prabhu here.
Okay.
He said
I
that
said,
also,
okay, so you can hear me now, Abi? Hare Krishna.
Yes, yes, Hare Krishna, yes.
Okay, so I said we talked about the qualities of a disciple. Now let us talk about the attitude of an ISKCON guru. What are the appropriate attitudes of an ISKCON guru? The appropriate attitude of an ISKCON guru.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, please. I think the attitude of an ISKCON guru should be that his attitude should serve ISKCON by following Srila Prabhupada's instructions. Hare Krishna.
Yes. First, one appropriate attitude of an ISKCON guru is to follow the instructions and teachings of Srila Prabhupada without compromise. He should not compromise the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. No adulteration, no bringing in something new that Srila Prabhupada did not mention. Unless, anyway, situationally, some things can be brought in according to the environment you are preaching, but basic things should not be adulterated. Basic standards set by Srila Prabhupada should be maintained. So a guru's attitude is considered proper if he maintains the proper instructions, live by example as per Srila Prabhupada's instructions, and teach his followers the same. How to follow the proper instruction, how to keep the proper in the center, and becoming exemplary in his conduct. That is one attitude of a good, appropriate attitude of an ISKCON guru. Another one, a guru should be well versed in the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. He should be well versed in the scriptures. And he should represent Srila Prabhupada both in his teachings and in his behavior. A guru should represent Srila Prabhupada both in his teachings and in his behavior. So that is it. Loyal to the teachings of Srila Prabhupada, living by example according to the teachings of Srila Prabhupada, and also being exemplary in his conduct. And he should be well versed in the scripture, because the disciples will ask him questions. He should be able to answer their questions. He should be able to clarify and validate their thoughts according to the scriptural injunctions. So these are appropriate attitudes of a guru. Now, having asked that, this particular question is double-barrel. What should be his attitude, appropriate attitude towards the Prabhupada's teachings? And what should be appropriate his attitude towards authority structure within ISKCON? In ISKCON, we have an authority structure. And if the computer were okay, all these power outages should not be disturbing devotees. Huh? I don't like it. Okay, so there is a structure. Maybe in our next class, if we have a Wi-Fi feed, then we can utilize the PowerPoint, because there is a structure. In the student handbook, those who have the student handbook will go to page 23. There is a structure. There is ISKCON administrative structure and ISKCON authority, authority lines of authority within ISKCON, authority structure within ISKCON. And on top of it is Srila Prabhupada, being the founder Acharya and preeminent Siksha Guru. Srila Prabhupada is on top of the structure. Then Srila Prabhupada created a body called Governing Body Commission, GBC, ISKCON Governing Body Commission, ISKCON Governing Body Commission. Srila Prabhupada created that. And actually it was necessary, because we see that many religious organizations, when their founder leave the body, and if they are not careful, the organization will collapse. Once the founder leaves the body, somebody will want to be in control of everybody, thinking himself to be more advanced than others. And that is not accepted by others. So there will be conflicts, and there will be serious dissension, and the movement will start collapsing. They will break away. Somebody will break, powerful person will break away, go and start his own. Another one break away, go and start his own branch. Say, I'm a branch in the tree of Srila Prabhupada or the founder Acharya. So this brings dissension. So many movements, once the founder Acharya leaves the body, you see that the whole movement will start collapsing. So Srila Prabhupada envisages this. He envisaged this, and immediately he formed a GBC, Governing Body Commission, that the final authority should not be one individual. So he selected 11 of his first senior disciples in good standing, and he brought them together to form the Governing Body Commission. Don't forget, that time the senior most person was about 11 years old in ISKCON. 11 years, because ISKCON was like a baby at that time. The Prabhupada founded ISKCON in 1966, and he left the body in 1977. So you can imagine, before leaving the body, he had formed the Governing Body Commission, and he personally supervised their activities. So the Governing Body Commission was it constituted of devotees less than 10 years in devotional service. But it was not one person. It's a group of people working together. As Srila Prabhupada he supervised the activities. We were working under Srila Prabhupada's supervision. Okay, then under the GBC, there is Guru Services Committee on one hand. Under the GBC, on another hand, there is Sannyas Ministry. And under the GBC, there are regional bodies. Okay? It is the duty of the Sannyas Ministry to vet and appoint prospective Sannyas candidates. Sometimes that team consists of some good Grihasas in good standing, some Sannyasis, and some powerful brahmacharis. So the Sannyas Ministry is directly under the Governing Body Commission, and the Sannyas Ministry will now supervise the activities of a prospective candidate and approve. So if you look recently, you see that some sannyasis are visiting, or sannyas candidates are visiting us here. Some will come to Ghana, others will go to Nigeria, others will go to South Africa, others will go to Ivory Coast. So these sannyas candidates, they are directly working under the Sannyas Ministry. And every year, there are temples they should visit. Then when they come, they give reports of their preaching activities. Then the temples they visit also will now give reports about their activities when they visited. So if 5 years is given to somebody as a candidate, every year, if he has no negative comments, the years are reduced. It becomes 4 years. The next year, it becomes 3 years. The next year, it becomes 2 years. The next year, it becomes 1 year. Then it takes initiation. So you can see that everybody is accountable to somebody. Understand? Everybody is accountable to somebody. There is no independence. And that is the protection of the structure. The structure protects the devotees, okay, such that each and every devotee is accountable to some other devotee. And each and every devotee is also observing the activities of other devotees. So there is accountability. Okay, then under the GBC, there is a regional body also. Okay? And there is the Guru Services Committee. So Sannyas Ministry on one side, Guru Services Committee on the other side. It is the Guru Services Committee that appoints the Guru. When you become a sannyas, you're a sannyas in good standing for some years, then you can be appointed as a guru. So the Guru Services Commission appoints the gurus. The Sannyas Ministry recommends the sannyas candidates for sannyasi. Then directly under the GBC also is the regional body. The regional body, we have the regional secretary, then we have the national council chairman, then we have the temple presidents under them, then we have the Namahata coordinators, then we have the temple resident devotees, then we have the congregational devotees or disciples. This is the structure. So in our next class, if this network issue is rectified, then we will be able to display the structure. But otherwise, you can find it in the student's handbook on page 23. You see the structure. So this structure is serious, it's good. So first of all, the authority structure within ISKCON is very, very important. Why? Because each and every guru must function under the GBC and follow the instructions of the GBC. Okay? Each and every guru should teach his own disciples also to follow authorities. And the guru should not become independent and autonomous. That's why the guru himself is under the Guru Services Commission. If some reports come about his activities that are not so much satisfactory, that committee can call that particular guru in question to query him. So each and every person is accountable to somebody. The structure protects you as you are ready to function within the structure. So you have somebody who is watching you at all times. So it's very important thing. Nobody should feel independent, so autonomous that he can do things as he like. You have to give accounts because everything that a guru has actually belongs to Srila Prabhupada. Everything that the sannyas has also belongs to Srila Prabhupada. So there's no question of opening separate bank accounts, this and that, personal this thing. If that care is not taken, the guru can also meet some serious challenges that might be difficult for him to contain. So to protect the gurus, to protect the sannyasis, there are these lines of authorities. They have to be accountable to. Then the temple presidents, they don't function whimsically also. They are accountable to the GBC, Governing Body Commission, through the regional body. Then the congregations are directly accountable to the temple presidents, and the disciples of different gurus that are in the temple are also accountable to the managerial authority, the temple president and his team. So this is how the structure functions. So it's very important. It is very important that a guru should be ready to cooperate with his superordinates. He should be ready to cooperate with other gurus, and he should be ready to cooperate with all other superiors and all other devotees, so that nobody will take advantage of position. Everyone is under the scrutiny of somebody. This system is very important. And what is good about this structure? What do you think is good about this structure? Bolo, bolo, bolo. What do you think is good about this structure? Whereby everybody is accountable to somebody. What do you think is good about this structure, Barton Cindy? Are you there at all?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Bhakta Gaddafi, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I think there is a systematic approach in the structure that is labeled in the student handbook. So that means that the top hierarchy person is Surya Prabhu, followed by the GBC, and then its subordinate down to the congregation disciple.
Yeah. So there is a systematic relationship whereby each person is accountable to somebody.
Yes.
Everyone is acting under the proper instruction. No one is independent. That is good about it. And everybody is accountable to somebody and to everyone else. And that will enable you to check your excesses. And by the same token, everybody can receive help from this structure. Depending on where you are in the structure, your immediate subordinates, if you have any serious challenges, philosophical and otherwise, socio-cultural, you can approach your immediate authority, immediate subordinates. Then it will take care of that. To the extent that even the gurus, they have somebody that can help. If guru is having challenges, then the Guru Services Commission is there to support him. They will ask him, we will tell them, they will give their advice. So everybody's needs is cared for. Everybody's need is cared for. Nobody will say, my needs are not cared for. Everybody's needs is cared for because there is an immediate superordinate who will see to your activities, who will see to help you. They are not just there to only correct you or find fault with you. When you have challenges, you need to be pushed. You need to be supported in any way, psychologically, emotionally, philosophically. They are there to support you by way of guidance. So it's a very beautiful structure. But everybody's needs are taken care of. It's a very good structure. Okay? So what did we say? We asked what is good about this structure that is noteworthy according to your understanding. And we say, okay, yes, there is a systematic check and balance in the structure so that each and everyone is accountable to somebody, and that the structure is also there to cater for everybody's needs. Wherever you find yourself in the structure, you have somebody who you can confide in, somebody who can help you. So in this way, we help ourselves to stay within the structure established by Srila Prabhupada. Each one is being watched by everyone. Everyone is watching everyone. And everyone is accountable to somebody and to everyone else. So that means you cannot act whimsically and go free. Somebody is there to query you, or people observe your deviations. They have an authority to approach. And that one will take care of the situation before you get lost. Everyone's needs and values are being taken care of. So it's a beautiful thing to maintain this structure and get the maximum benefits. Okay?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Yes, Prabhu. Structure creates a global community, giving the members sense of belonging and support that is vital for sustained spiritual practice.
Yes. It helps to maintain the global communal mood of the devotees. That means it creates bonding. It bonds. You belong to a bigger family. Anywhere you are, you know that you are not alone. You belong to a bigger family. And example is given. If we are functioning within this family, the beautiful thing is that it's like you cannot be easily broken. Like the example is the example of a broom. If a broom is in a bundle together, it can do so many wonderful things. It can sweep everywhere. And if somebody wants to break the whole bundle of broom, it is very difficult. It is very difficult. Even a macho man will find it difficult to break the bundle of brooms. But if he brings the broomstick out one by one, even a child can break. You can break it. And you break one, you break one, you break one by one. A child can break all those sticks in the bundle if he separates them one by one. So similarly, If we try to function independent of the structure, we can easily be broken. Maya can easily get us. Money can accumulate, and we begin to look at this money, temptation. Before you realize you are opening secret accounts, something you're supposed not to do. That means you have stolen Srila Prabhupada's money. Maya just tells you, give you allurements, you have stolen. And if you try to function independently, you will not know when you start breaking the principles. You say, after all, I'm not accountable to anyone. So being accountable with and operating within the structure will protect you from potential deviations and fall down. Otherwise, fall down is inevitable. Economic fall down, philosophical fall down, opposite sex fall down, all the fall downs are possible if you are to operate individually. Okay? So walloping in individuality is discouraged against living together in one big family, and as a matter of accountability and responsibility and protecting each other and one another. Okay, then having said this, there is something we call multiple lines of authority. Multiple lines of authority. Yes, there are multiple lines of authority. One is spiritual line of authority, and the other one is managerial line of authority. This is the structure. How many lines of authority I said we have? Please, on your videos, I want to be seeing you people. Don't hide yourself. Someone a phone and go and lie down. Or somebody can on the phone while we are talking here. A great illusion that is here, but in actuality is not here. So we don't want to be cheated like that. So please, on your video, as much as possible, like Olumide always does. Olumide is a good example of, Bhakti Sarah is a good example of those who on the videos. And Bhakti Samson also managed to, he managed to be among those who on these videos. Bhakti Samson has taken charge among those who on their videos. That means they are good potential disciples. Oh, please, on your video, it's better you on your video. On your video. Akuti is not there at all. Andrews is there, but we are not seeing him. Is there, but we are not seeing. Bhakti Cindy is there, we are not seeing. David is there, we are not seeing. Bhakti Sewa is gone. I think they have a light problem. Then Janet is gone also. So there are two lines of authority. One is spiritual line of authority, and the second one is administrative line of authority. What does that mean? Spiritual line of authority. First of all, GBC is the final decision-making authority in ISKCON. And the more we stay together and render services, the more our impact increases in the society. And also, on the other hand, if we decentralize, do things individually or individualistically, the less our impact. So this structure is very essential. And that's why we gave the analogy of the broomstick. If the broom is in a bundle, it is very difficult to break. But if somebody separates the sticks one by one, even a child can break the whole broom to pieces. So it is very important. But now we are talking about the two lines of authorities: spiritual line of authority and managerial line of authority. But before then, okay, we say yes, the structure is very good. It is good that we maintain the structure because it will get greater impact in society if we function together collectively as a movement. And also, it will protect us from deviation. And that if somebody is individualistic, it can easily deviate. Then we gave the analogy again, and that the structure binds us all together as a team, and there is harmony. ISKCON is a global family, and with this synergy, we can expand and sustain. The gurus also have that support. Not only the disciples, but the gurus also have that support of synergy. They also get strength from other gurus, and they get strength from the GBC. Okay? That means they get strength from the structure. So this structure make it possible for everybody to get somebody that they can get support from. Otherwise, somebody can fall down individually. So as a guru, so many lives are dependent on you. So many lives are dependent on the guru. So the guru needs to be guided and supported by the structure established by Srila Prabhupada. So, and we say if a guru abandons the structure, what are the potential dangers? And we say there could be misuse of resources and it may fall down. Also, by administratively connected to the structure, the guru is also spiritually connected to Srila Prabhupada. If a guru is connected to the structure administratively, since it's Srila Prabhupada that established the structure, that guru is also connected to the structure. It's connected to Srila Prabhupada. So that is why all those who have gone out of this structure of Srila Prabhupada, they are like ghosts to ISKCON. Those who left ISKCON, some they want sannyasi very fast, they go to sister organizations and take the sannyasi. They become like ghosts. Because the activities in ISKCON established by Srila Prabhupada, they are very sweet. Devotees go on Harinam, they come to all this. Srila Prabhupada is an empowered person, so his structure is very sweet. It makes devotional service very sweet. But if out of greed and selfishness you want to take sannyas fast without being qualified, without the qualification expected in ISKCON, you go to sister organization, and some people go to Gaudiya Math, go and take sannyasi. After taking the sannyasi, they cannot enjoy, they don't experience the enjoyment they get from ISKCON. So they want to be coming to operate in ISKCON with the sannyas they have gone to take there. Then they find difficulty with the ISKCON authorities. You see, they find it difficult with ISKCON authorities. There is a frictional relationship between them and ISKCON authorities. So they come, they do enjoy the cater they want to, but ISKCON restrict them because we have to be loyal to Srila Prabhupada. They were not patient enough to follow ISKCON procedure to collect the title. After collecting the title, they are coming back to trying to operate within ISKCON. So sometimes these problems come. We are future leaders, so we need to be abreast with some of these things so that we know how to approach them. When we meet devotees like that, we respect them, but we don't take directions from them because they are dislocated, technically dislocated from Srila Prabhupada's ISKCON. So it's very, very important that we respect ourselves and we function within Srila Prabhupada's ISKCON. Because that structure, Srila Prabhupada's structure, ISKCON structure, will protect you as you try to function within it. If you are dislocated from the structure and you want to come and function as if you are, like we have some devotees, very powerful devotees, but they were impatient in some ways. They didn't want to take some authorities and they make some moves. Up to tomorrow, they are very powerful individually, but they are on their own. They are on their own. Like we have some very powerful devotees, like Baraya, for instance. Baraya was a very powerful Sankirtan devotee, very powerful administrator, but somehow or the other, he left the structure, ISKCON structure. He's operating nicely, initiating, become a guru by himself, initiating disciples and others. But he's not officially connected to ISKCON. So assuming he leaves the body, what happens to his disciples? You see? So even though we love him so much, but he has made a move that has dislocated him from this ISKCON structure. So it makes things more difficult. ISKCON devotees become careful when they are associating with him. We should not be impatient like that. We should conduct ourselves. If there's any discipline we need to pass through in order to remain within the structure of ISKCON, let us accept that discipline so that we can function within it with the strength of the structure established by Srila Prabhupada. We can be better. We remain in the bundle. We don't become the individual broomsticks. Rather, we will be the broomsticks within the bundle, tied together by the structure of Srila Prabhupada established. That is how we should function. You see, little inattentiveness, little sense of individuality can dislocate us seriously. See? So that is it. There could be misuse of resources if you are outside of the structure. Whatever you get, you think is yours, you can just use it. Financial mismanagement is inevitable. And fall down is also there. It's inevitable. Because the protection you are receiving from Srila Prabhupada will no longer be there. You can fall down anyhow. Okay. So we are saying that there are two lines of authorities. One is administrative authority, line of authority, and one is a spiritual line of authority. Administrative line of authority and spiritual line of authority. So we discuss this one and stop. Then we come and continue because any moment from now, the powerful people are going to cut me off again also. So let us quickly discuss this thing and stop there. So 2 lines of authority in ISKCON. There is the spiritual line of authority. There is the administrative line of authority. In the spiritual line of authority, you see the guru, the gurus, your Diksha guru, your Siksha gurus, in form of temple management. Also, they are in the spiritual line of authority. Siksha guru, Diksha guru, these are the spiritual line of authority. Then the GBC, temple presidents, or those who give us services, that is administrative line of authority. You got the difference? Those who give instruction, your Siksha guru and your Diksha gurus, they are your spiritual line of authorities. But the GBC and the temple authorities, temple presidents and those under them, they are the managerial line of authority. So these 2 lines of authority function. But sometimes there is a conflict. There is a clash between your spiritual line of authority and your administrative line of authority by way of instruction. For instance, there is a Ratayatra in Kenya, for instance. Are you there? For instance, there is a Ratayatra festival in Wari by November. For instance, there is a Ratayatra festival in Wari by November 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th. Then your guru said, look, Dr. Olamide, you are the one taking care of the deities in our temple. But your spiritual master wants that all his disciples go for this Ratayatra festival, because that will become opportunity for other God brothers who come from Mauritius, all other places to meet there. So when you meet, you can have opportunity to exchange contacts, to relate with your other God brothers. So I want all of you, all my disciples, to go. Meanwhile, Olamide is in Otta, Sango Otta, and there are very few devotees there, and he is to work. He is working in the altar. His spiritual master has called for him to come for the Ratayatra. Then his temple president, Ganga Prasad, said, look, Olamide, if you go for this festival, the deities will suffer. If you go for this festival, the deities will suffer. So, meanwhile, we don't want to toy with the deities, because deity worship means punctuality and cleanliness. So they need to be woken up punctually. They need to be served. The pujas have to be punctual. Everything about the deity is to be punctual. No one can do it except you. So don't go. You will not go for this festival. You will stay back and take care of the deities. What will you do? Esau's instruction is given to you, Dr. Andrews. David, what will you do?
I will obey.
When there's a conflict between the spiritual line of authority and administrative line of authority, what do you do? Dr. David, not Olamide. Dr. David, talk now. Or Andrews. It's Andrews I'm saying.
Yeah. So
I don't have any option.
What will you do? Hare Krishna.
I'll obey the instruction of the temple president.
But your guru has given you instruction. Don't you know the gravity of disobeying guru's instruction?
But as is said by the temple president, that nobody, the deities will suffer, and it's our responsibility also to take that duty. I'll just humbly talk to the guru for what the temple president have said, so that we'll discuss about it.
So you are now giving instruction to your guru, isn't it? You have grown wings that you are now giving instructions to your guru. Your guru has given you instructions, and you are giving him counter instructions. Prabhu.
Prabhu, because
the guru will
we are also serving the...
you are now counter instructing me. So you have grown wings. What will you do?
No, the deities also is our responsibility.
So you know the deities more than your guru?
No, Prabhu.
How much pure service can you do?
Is that?
So your guru asks you that, what do you know about deity? I am a guru, and I'm telling you to do something. You are preaching to me. What will you do?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
For me, I think I will go straight away.
If you go and your temple president say, okay, I gave you instruction, and you now leave me, stay there and follow your guru from there.
I have to follow my guru.
And you follow your guru. You follow your guru to Kenya.
If my guru,
You follow your guru to Kenya. 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 You follow your guru to K
Bravo.
That is my guru.
Bravo.
But
My
this,
guru,
I think
that is what he asked me to do. Politically, I have to do it. As a
what
disciple,
is
what my guru will say is final.
your temple president is your Siksha guru also. He's the one guiding you on daily basis. Where was your guru when he was guiding you on daily basis, arranging for prasada for you, and
My Shisha
arranging for
guru,
your daily devotional service, supervising? Uh-huh.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, you say my Shisha
Hello.
guru and my spiritual
Siksha,
guru.
yes.
So now,
There is Siksha guru,
let me
there
say,
is Diksha guru.
my grandfather have said something to me. And I will tell my grandfather I'm going to ask my father. My grandfather and my father, who is grown. So I have to follow my grandfather's words.
Okay, then the temple president said, go and don't come back to this temple.
Oh, my temple president cannot say that. Why? Because he know I'm following instruction of my guru. And it is law. It is mandate that I should follow instructions of my guru.
So if everyone follows instruction of his guru like that, then the temple management begin to suffer. Then after following your instructions of your guru, you come back to me. You are bigger than me. Go and say where your guru is. He will sack you from the temple.
Prabhu, as for what you are asking, as for this question, you know the truth that I cannot leave my guru to come and follow my temple president. Even my temple president will say, immediately go and pack your things and go.
Even your guru that you don't even see him. Only maybe once you see him in a whole year. And all the year you are with me. I'm taking care of your spiritual life as the temple president. And now just because you are pardon and go.
Pabu, if it is you, what will you do? Which one will you choose?
Prabhuji, please, I want to.
I know what I will
Prabhuji,
do.
please, I want to.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Prabhuji, please, I want to also say something small concerning this topic.
Yes, go ahead.
Prabhuji, concerning these two instructions, both are very important and purifying for our senses. And it's also a means of service. But then what I will suggest, I humbly suggest is, firstly, I will talk to the temple president if he can communicate with my guru, because my guru said I should go somewhere, and my temple president is also suggesting I should take care of the deities. So I will humbly talk to the temple president if he can talk to my guru concerning this issue. This is my humble opinion.
Very great. Anyone has a contrary opinion, or you are in support of this? How many of you are in support of this?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Gaddafi. Go ahead.
Yeah. Please, per the instructions of Srila Prabhupada, by following the instructions of your guru, and then following the instructions of the temple president, it means you are obeying your guru. So I think things like this, maybe I can bear with my brother who just spoke now. That maybe I would just let him to be aware that my guru gave me this instruction. So for me not to be able to disobey my guru, and I cannot disobey him as well in a humble and more approachable way. I will just tell him what my guru has said and what he's also telling me. I will let him to know the exact thing. So he can, if he can in any way communicate with my guru, please.
Very good.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Prabhu, I think in this issue, that the guru will tell the temple president before he will come, he will come and talk to me. So the temple president will be aware before me. True of us.
But if in case the guru didn't tell the temple president, what will you do?
To go to my temple president, talk to him, ask for his permission. If he say no, then I have to go back to my guru and tell my guru, my temple president said I should I should stay back to take care of the deities. So I'll throw the ball for the two of them. I will be in the middle, but I've thrown the ball for them. Simple.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I think also that Krishna consciousness is more about consciousness. So it's like something like this, as we spoke earlier. In instances like this, you have to use your conscience very well, and then by any means, when you speak to any authority in a more humble way, they can understand you. You let the temporal president to be aware that your guru has instructed you this in a humble manner, and then you let him to be aware that he has also instructed you, of which you cannot disrespect him also. So please, since you don't want to disobey your guru and he as well, you suggest he should speak to your guru, and then give you an outcome. Please.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Dr. Samson, what will you do in this kind of situation?
Krishna Prabhu, I want to add something. My guru also passed through this process by being a temple president before. And the guru also, no matter also, has offered to the deities. So the guru also passed through that procedure and also know how it was. So if by obeying my guru and talk to him humbly, as the temple president have instructed me to offer the deities, he will understand me very well. Because he also been in that channel before to become.
So will you go or will you not go?
I will not go. We will just, both of us will discuss and we'll see how to address the issue properly.
Okay. But the Samson, what will you do in such a situation?
Yes, Prabhu, like the best thing is just to call you, like you have to tell your president so that maybe you can be able to talk to your spiritual master. So when you can know what to do about it. That's all.
Okay. But in Sarah, what will you do? But in Sarah, what will you do? Talk now. Your network is not good. Okay. Back to Nakuti. What will you do?
Yeah, we are.
Back to Nakuti. Are you there? What will you do?
Side.
Huh?
Okay, go.
The network are not good again. Okay, let us go by what is there. The networks everywhere are not good anymore. So, so the thing is that you have said it, we have to harmonize. The best way to go is to harmonize. How do you harmonize? You harmonize by letting your temple president know and let him talk with your guru. Whatever the two of them decide and conclude, you follow. So you got the answer right. You got the answer right. You have to consult, you tell your temple president that look at what my guru told me to do. And what do I do now? So you should communicate with my guru, because guru might not be aware of our temple situation. So communicate with him. And whatever the two of you conclude, I will follow. Back to Sarah, don't talk again. Your network is not. Don't talk. So that is the best way. Oh my God. Am I not the co-host? I cannot. So anyway, you have gotten it right. Back to Sarah, please mute your mic, I beg. Mute your mic now. So what to do is that you should tell your temple president to consult your guru. Then let the two of them talk. Whatever they decide on, whatever they conclude on, you are ready to carry it out. That is how to follow such instruction. In that way, you don't offend your guru, you don't offend your temple president, because both are very, very important in your spiritual life. And if you offend any of them, you might find it very difficult. Okay. So I want to thank you very much for now. When we come back on Friday, we just conclude this thing. There are just few things to conclude this particular topic. Then we go ahead from there. And before the network people cut me off, let me stop it myself. So thank you very much once again for staying to the end. Some people have left, but you are still there. Dr. Andrews, Dr. Grace, Dr. Sarah, Dr. Olamide, Dr. Sampson, Dr. Gaddafi, Dr. David, Dr. Title, Dr. Ivy. Thank you very much.
Hare Babu. Hare Babu. Please, I want to answer. What is the difference between the temple president and the temple priest?
Temple president and who?
And the temple priest.
The second part of the question, the temple what?
I want to know the difference between the temple president and the temple priest. The temple priest.
And the temple what now? The temple president and who?
And the temple priest.
Temple priest.
Oh, temple priest.
Yes,
yes, please.
Temple priest. Okay. The temple priest is mostly Pujari. The priest is working under the temple president administratively.
Oh, okay.
Temple priest, the priest is like the head of the Pujari altar department.
Okay.
They might not be working in the altar. The person who is in charge of the altar, who has the altar, is the priest. And whenever there are jagias or ritualistic ceremonies, the priest conduct the ceremonies, but of the temple president.
Oh, okay.
The temple president. So in all our local temples, the temple president is the highest authority. Understand?
Oh, okay.
So the priest is working under the temple president.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. See you on Friday.
Thank you.
Okay, you may go.